You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and White Network supporters, make sure you go over and check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. 25% off USA First, 25% off USA First. Go now. I'm back. Rodrance for our Black and White Sports 2. Well, we have well chronicled the unmitigated disaster that the NFL's transition over to national streaming has been involving Amazon. Whether it is, 4 straight weeks of actual video and quality issues, audio issues that had plagued it. It's the fact that they waited forever to finally give us the first week's ratings, which seemed fishy as hell. I mean, really fishy. Like, here you go. This tastes like chicken, but it smells like fish, and we know how that goes. So, now we've got the ratings for last week, and they're disastrous. As we know, it was a putrid, awful game between the Colts, Matt Ryan, and Russell Wilson. Two guys that will actually get Hall of Fame consideration, and it was arguably the worst game anybody's ever seen. I mean, my God. And Nathaniel Hackett has turned into a national treasure on social media. Wow, his ass has gotten destroyed. Well, I did a video about Al Michaels, Kurt Herbstreit, and a number of other national media entities that drug the hell out of the Colts and the Broncos last week. Drug them straight to hell, Jason Voorhees style. Well, it gets even worse for Thursday Night Football tonight. I hope you enjoy the Bears and the Commanders. Whoa, we got Ron Rivera unnecessarily throwing Carson Wentz under the bus, because when you look at his stats, he's actually the second best quarterback in the division right now. I mean, 10-6, most yards in the division, past 4, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, believe it or not, Carson Wentz leads the NFC East in passing yards and has 10 touchdowns. But Jalen Hurts has far and away been the best quarterback in that division. That's neither here nor there, and you've got Justin Fields at Greg Cosell. I listened to him this morning, and he is, in my opinion, the best man at breaking down tape in the business. NFL veteran, and boy, he tried to be as nice as he could be about Justin Fields. I think he is concerned, needless to say, and both of those quarterbacks are staring off and squaring off tonight. So let's get to the ratings, and then we'll get to what Al Michaels had to say, because look, it's not just Thursday Night Football that's an issue right now. It's not. The NFL had disastrous ratings for Sunday Night Football, and we're talking the second lowest Week 5 rating since 2008. 2008, 14 years since the NFL has seen a Sunday Night Football game that had a rating that low. So let's look at this. NBC's Sunday Night Football, Bengals-Ravens, drew a season-low 8.6 and 15.88 million, topping only the Vikings and Seahawks 2 years ago, which aired opposite the clinching game of the NBA Finals. As the network's least watched Week 5 game since 2008. And I can tell you right now, you can just see it like on Thursday Night Football. NBC desperately misses Al Michaels. Desperately. And I like Mike Tirico. I do. But look, it's been a blatant upgrade for ESPN on Monday Night Football. And the ratings, by the way, for Monday Night Football reflect that. Look, the Sunday night game barely beat Monday Night Football, okay? And that just hasn't normally happened. It hasn't. So Joe Buck and Troy Aikman have elevated Monday Night Football, and it shows in the ratings. It absolutely shows in the ratings. And I think the NFL schedule makers actually sort of tried to lean a little bit towards Monday Night Football. Not a good look. Not a good look for NBC's Sunday Night Football at all. It's bad. It's real bad. Now, let's get to Thursday Night Football because it is awful. It was a disaster. The Colts and the Broncos averaged a 4.9 rating. 9.70 million viewers for last week's Amazon Prime game, marking the lowest rated and least watched Thursday Night Football game of the season. It was also the first TNF game to post a year-over-year decline, sinking 41% in the ratings, more than a third in viewership from last year's Rams-Seahawks game. Okay, they posted a 9.70 in million viewers. Last year, in the same week, 14.8. They were down 5 million freaking viewers from the same week last year. That is a terrible, terrible look for the NFL. Now, let's get to Al Michaels because he is proactively clowning tonight's disastrous game. Proactively. I mean, look, Al Michaels is a national treasure, and I got to tell you, I think Kurt Herbstreit's been damn good on that. I really do. He's always the A-game guy on college football, and he's brought that to the NFL. He has. And tonight he should be excited because he can look at Justin Fields and Carson Wentz and be like, hey, I remember those guys in college. Al Michaels threatens to retire. Bro Bible. If the Bears and Commanders matchup is another TNF dud. Let me give credit to that other place. Sports Media Watch was the site for the other article. So this is Bro Bible. Highly underrated website. Al Michaels is already tired of Thursday Night Football in the 2022 season. I wondered about this move. I did. When he made it, I was like, I don't think these games are going to be up to Al Michaels' high standards. I just have a feeling. I mean, look, that Thursday Night Football schedule is not exactly a scorcher. It's not. The legendary broadcaster has sat in the booth for each of the first 5 TNF matchups, and let's just say the performance has been subpar. Most notably, last week's matchup between the Broncos and Colts failed to see either team reach the end zone. Making things worse, fans had to suffer through an overtime period after the regulation ended with a 9-9 tie. It's an early favorite to win, quote, worst game of the year honors. Worst game of the year? Worst game of the year? Look, you've got to give that game top 10 all-time worst consideration. You have to. Michaels and co-host Kurt Herbstreit were able to have some fun with the snoozer, throwing in a few zingers for the fans as the game drug on. It's first and goal. Words I thought I would never speak tonight. Al Michaels. We went over this last week. He also called it the 5th regional game on CBS. Hilarious. Herbstreit. Wow. Quote, it feels like it's been a terrible offense. Michaels, what do you mean feels like? That's good. That's really good. Now, he could be forced to sit through another 3 hours of boredom. Oh, so could I. Man, wow. With the Commanders taking on the Bears in Thursday night action, I may have to watch Halloween Kills. The new Halloween comes out tomorrow. If this TNF contest is as bad as last week, Al Michaels joked that he might have to retire. I shit you not. Here's what Michaels had to say about last week's game. Quote, if we don't have a better game than we had last Thursday, then I may retire. I've done pretty close to 800 NFL games, and with all due respect, Guys are trying, I understand, and we know that. But that was grim. It was a terrible performance and a bad game. Hopefully that's a one-off. Well, here's what you got to look forward to tonight. The Bears ranks 31st in total offense and 27th in scoring. The Commanders squad is 26th in points and 31st in turnover differential. Each team enters the game losing its ass. Man, I hope it's not so bad Al Michaels drags up in the middle of the game. Man, wouldn't that look bad? Fuck it, I'm out. Of course we kid because we care, right? Yeah, anyway. Hilarious, but not a good sign for the NFL. Not a good sign. I mean, look, one could argue Bengals, Ravens shouldn't pull a big rating, but, I mean, look, the Ravens is always intriguing because you got one of the best quarterbacks in the league, Lamar Jackson. Technically speaking, Joe Burrow is supposed to be one of the best young quarterbacks, too. And the Bengals were just in the freaking Super Bowl last year. And it's a massive NFC North rivalry game. And the ratings on it were putrid. Absolutely putrid. 15.88 is terrible for Sunday Night Football. I mean, that's one of the lowest ratings I have ever seen on Sunday Night Football since I started looking at ratings and covering it. It's bad. Tell me what you think, Black and White Sports 2 fans. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.